Hello everyone, this is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman and welcome back to my channel. This is a celebrity psychic reading for Kanye West, who is pictured on, I believe would be the right side of your screen if you're looking at this video, but he is there and on the screen, and we have Kim Kardashian West, his wife, on the right hand side. Now Kanye has been in the headlines quite a bit of, lately in the past couple of years for different various reasons, from controversial videos that he's put out featuring other celebs in bed with him, to comments he's made about Taylor Swift and that whole situation, and then other scandals with other celebrities. So this psychic reading is going to be over his career and his erratic behavior and other things that are coming to the surface and what I see as psychic insight for Mr. Kanye West. When I focus into his energy, there is a certain level of emotional, this could be bipolar or PTSD, but he does have a combination of this that he is suffering from. It stems way beyond his recent musical career. I feel like he always growing up, he is a visionary. He isn't what we consider an empath, so he does have spiritual abilities himself. So he's very sensitive to certain energies. He can, he's part of it. I want to say he's like an indigo child, and a lot of people don't know that or understand that about him. So when we look at Kanye West as the singer, we see that he can be erratic and he has his issues and stuff going on, but a lot of this is sensitivity to energies and just basically the atmosphere that he's in. What I see around Kanye is a lot more scandals, a lot specifically for 2018. There's going to be a lot more headlines, and it doesn't look too good as from what I'm seeing. Right now, he came out and made a statement about how he was addicted to opioids after his liposuction surgery, and how he had liposuction surgery because he did not want to be called fat, because he had saw what had happened to Rob Kardashian, when he went through a lot of body shaming from people that don't support Rob or his weight at the time. So after that, he came out of it really bad, and that he said that explains some of the erratic behavior. Then he also went on to blame other factors, other stressors in his life that caused a lot of this that's going on. He blamed Taylor Swift for one of his meltdowns that he had, or nervous breakdowns, and he's gone on to cast a lot of pointing fingers, and blaming other people for his actions. So there's a certain level of not taking accountability for his persona. He's very outspoken, and here recently we saw that he's a supporter of Trump. So there's just a lot of negative energy associated with him right now. He's feeling a lot of the effects of it. I do see an upcoming legal situation surrounding him in 2018, and there is going to be money either given to someone, but we may not hear it in the headlines. It may be more downplayed and more private, like a settlement between him and another person. But I feel like the person is suing him for some type of this could be like around infringement around a song that he's making or he's made, that they had some kind of doing, maybe an idea that he took from them. But I see a scandal around him being in court around this, and it's going to be kind of ugly, but he is going to have to pay out this person. It will be more like a settlement is what I'm seeing. I also get that right now the Kardashian brand is very much trying to do damage control, because he has been on a roller coaster, so to speak, for the last couple of years, since 2016. in 2017. And Kim, between him and Kim, the situation that of their marriage is very strained at the moment. Yes, they put Instagram posts, and they seem very happy and whatnot. But when I tune into Kim's energy, she is supportive of him, and she doesn't want to see him suffer emotionally. But at the same time, there was a lot of things that Kim went through that kind of can also, contributed to his mental state, which was, her attack in Paris, and how that was, that took a lot of, had a lot of stress on Kanye. But like I said, I do see a legal issue with Kanye. But what concerns me more is this guy, Daz Dillinger. I think I pronounced his name right, and he's from a gang called the Crips. And basically, there's rumors that he's made a threat towards Kanye about, beating him down, having the gang beat him down. So basically there's a threat that's been exchanged. Whether this is true or not, we have to still see it. But I do see that he is, in 2018, he is going to offend a lot of people, that he's already offended a couple of people. But I feel like he's going to continue to be on this downward spiral where he continues to really make enemies rather than friendships. And this has nothing to do with his outlandish behavior. It has to do more with, his viewpoints and his ability to not filter, inability to filter, things that he wants to say. He doesn't really thinks out what he's going to say before he says it. He just goes ahead and, gives freely what is on his mind and on his heart at the moment. And that can be a potential problem for him down the road, especially for 2018 and 2019. I also see that there is going to be 2 other celebrities that he is in battle with, or he becomes enemies with, something that he says, and something that he may, in an interview. But there's going to be some kind of a scandal around 2 other celebrities, and these are male celebrities. 2 other celebrities that I see. One is male, well, they're both males, but I don't know exactly. I get that they are a little younger. One is a little younger, and the other one may be just about Kanye's age, and I feel like they are in the entertainment industry as well. So these could be musicians. But I do feel that these are not African American males. They are Caucasian, and they are in the music scene. So there's going to be some kind of, either he's dissing them on a track, or he does something, he says something on an interview, but basically it is going to get to their publicists, and it is going to turn into a social media frenzy. So the scandals are far from over with Kanye. As far as the marriage between him and Kim Kardashian, I still see divorce, and this is a prediction that I had made in 2016 where I did see it. But like I said, they only allow us to see what they want us to see, and a lot of this is just more behind the scenes. A lot of people have, the people for Kim and Kanye, they have, dismissed the rumors that they were going to divorce. But again, many psychics, including myself, still see that this is going to be happening. I don't feel that Kim is happy, even though she may, post pictures. I think she's doing it more for the sake of the children and for the Kardashian brand, because they have contractual responsibilities and, other things that are going on. But Kanye, he carries a lot of anger that he has not healed, and I also feel like the passing of his mother also kind of contributed to this Kanye that is a little bit more outspoken. So he's dealing with a lot. I don't think he has closure from his mother that's passed, and I get that, there is a lot of things that were left unsaid between him and his mother. So there's just a lot of healing that needs to take place, and I feel like her soul is around him all the time, watching him and guiding him and trying to pull him into a different direction. I also feel he's coming into a reinvention phase in his life. This doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be stepping out of the music scene, but I feel like the way that the music that we know Kanye for, which is like rap or R&B vibes, he's going to go into a different type of direction and experiment with different type of music. possibly bringing in other artists that are foreign, but I see like a new direction in his in his career as a musician. I also feel like he's going to be stepping into movie. Possibly he wants to get into like movies, but he's very philosophical as well, so he's going to be very generous and donate to different organizations and contribute to the underprivileged in certain schools and whatnot. So he's still the Kanye that we know. It's just that he's undergoing a lot of changes in his life. And 2018, this entire year is full of scandals. And again, he starts to come out more to do damage control and explain why he has this erratic behavior, why he's been struggling a lot. But yeah, it's he's going through changes. And I did see those two men that basically are going to be, he's going to be involved in some kind of scandal that's going to make headlines. I also feel like there's a finality to the marriage of Kim and Kanye. So if it's not this year, it's going to be 2019. But it's something that Kim is very much ready to kind of move on from Kanye in that situation. She does love him, but they are not soulmates. When I tune into their energies, they're very distinctly different. I do feel and see that he came into her life and she came into his life at a certain time because they needed each other, and there was healing for that, and he was destined to be her partner for her children's sake. She was going to have his children, and then again do the surrogate thing. But there's just so much that's going on. I know there were talks of them having another child, either going through a surrogate, but I don't feel like that's still, it's up in the air. But they may or may not go through with it. But we shall see going into 2019. I also feel like he is going to be sabotaged in his career. What I'm getting at is I see that there's a lot of backstabbers. So the people who are, claiming to be on the Kanye bandwagon and are his management and, people that are around him, and the people that he goes and interviews for, I feel like there's going to be some public shaming on his part. They're going to put him in a very awkward spotlight where he may get out of character and respond in a very offensive or very vulgar way, and it will be like out of character. I feel like he's also going to be morphing his image, the way that we see him now with blonde hair and contacts. Again, we're going to see another Kanye. So he's trying to reinvent himself, and I feel like he goes through periods where there's like he's living a double life, almost like he's Kanye and then he's Pablo, like his alter ego, or he's like another person. So he's going through a lot of a disconnection mentally and emotionally, but I'm not saying he's mental, I'm just saying that he's going through a lot of emotional distress in particular. And it's taken a toll on the Kardashian brand. It's taken a toll on his own family and his friends, that have supported him up until this point. But I do see that there is a betrayal that is coming. Either it's not this year, it's next year. And I feel like the people that he felt like he could trust are going to turn their backs on him and really treat him in a manner that he feels like, he can't trust anyone, and he needs completely, this may set him on a path to acquire new managements, a new management team, new publicists, and basically be managed under a new company. I also feel like he misses L.A. Reid. They had a good relationship, but when L.A. Reid left his record label company, and went with another record company, he was almost like a father figure to Kanye and kind of like a mentor. And I feel like Kanye now doesn't have that in his life, and so he's seeking it from different people. But ultimately, I feel like the way that he's being led and pushed in, and the way he's going, it's going in almost in the wrong direction. He's resisting, rather than he thinks that he is really reinventing himself, but in reality he's causing a lot of setbacks in his life right now. So it's almost like self-sabotage around Kanye. But again, my main concern is this guy, and the threats that have been made with Kanye and, you know, and the gangs known as the Crips. So this is Taylor Swift, who he has had a lot of, I feel like almost like he has a crush on Taylor, believe it or not, and I get that, you know, he's obsessed with her. She's almost unattainable to him, and so he's always, you know, blaming her or wanting to incorporate her into a video. I feel like Taylor, you know, feels sorry for Kanye a little bit, and she also is trying to move past him and be more in a positive way, but I feel like he can't get over her. It's like an obsession that is not healthy for him, and I feel like it has driven a wedge between him and Kim. And even though Kim supports him, she knows that, you know, he's kind of obsessed with Taylor. So it's weird, you know, that I would even pick up on that, but when I picked up on Taylor's energy and his, you know, it's like he's obsessed with her completely. And that's something he needs to work on as well, because as long as he keeps, you know, being obsessed and blaming people and not taking accountability, it feels like his career is just going in a downward spiral, and people will still buy his music and they still will support Kanye, his, you know, his diehard fans. But yeah, this year and next year is full of scandals and more scandals and more erratic behavior, and a lot of pointing fingers, you know, him pointing fingers to other people, blaming them for his own actions and not taking accountability. So you know, his affiliation with Trump, and I believe that him and Trump, what I see energetically, are very good friends. I do feel like he, you know, what I get is that he did vote for Trump. He is an avid supporter of Trump, and I get that this is actually going to hinder him in his career, because a lot among the celebrities, you know, that are against Trump, you know, are going to kind of like see Kanye in a new light. So he's aligning himself with the wrong people. He's making the wrong decisions. He needs to listen to Kim a little bit more. I feel like Kim, you know, is, you know, Kim, y'all can say whatever you want about Kim, but Kim is a smart businesswoman, and she, you know, has a very strong, keen sense of knowing and seeing, you know, having a feeling of, you know, what is right and what's not. And I feel like right now what he's doing more is trying to control Kim and her brand and have a major influence over her. But in reality, he needs to stop and listen to Kim and what Kim has to say, and really pay attention to that, because she is a very smart businesswoman. She's gotten ahead, you know, and excelled in a lot of her career. You know, she's always in the spotlight, but she has a sense of control, and she knows when not to, you know, say things that, you know, are going to affect her and the family. So yeah, if he doesn't listen to her and he continues on this downward spiral, as I'm seeing he will, it's not going to be a pretty year for the remainder of 2018 and going into 2019. So there's a lot of damage control that he needs to do, a lot of working on healing, and basically listening to the people. You know, he has to understand that he's not always going to be right, that there are other people that maybe are trying to help him, but he sees criticism and takes it almost like constructive criticism as an insult to his intelligence, and he wants to do things differently. It's almost like when you tell someone to not to do something and they retaliate and become rebellious and do something else. So that's the kind of energy that I get from Kanye, and I wish him all the best. My heart goes out to Kanye and Kim, and I really hope that they stay together, but I really don't see that happening, you know, energetically speaking. In their soul contracts, I don't pick up that they're going in two separate directions, career-wise, and also Kim, you know, is going to be with someone else, and I feel like these are not soulmates material. So this is my psychic insight for and celebrity reading for Kanye West. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you'd like to set up a private reading with me, you can go to my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Thank you.